Hello
there, everyone.
What was that? We need a uniformed greeting. Like a hat and a lapel.
What?
I don't know.
Welcome back to Watch List,
Thank you.
our
It's lovely
podcast.
to be here.
Yeah, thanks for joining me.
So good to be here
It's like
finally.
Parkinson, Michael Parkinson, not the Shakes. No. I'm Jake.
Yes, he's Jake and I'm Al.
This is our weekly podcast. Every single Saturday, we sit here on this couch / armchair and talk about whatever we want.
Little sneak behind the curtain.
Okay, if you insist.
This isn't Saturday that we're recording it.
Wow.
That's show business.
Ruin the illusion.
Yeah.
How can we place where we... Oh, I guess Sam Neill sadly
Monday.
just died
Oh Christ, yeah.
today. So
Wow.
that's sorry to bring
put a
it...
downer on it. Yeah.
It's great, Sam Neill.
Also, you have dated it, so this particular one we're recording kind of has to come out this week now.
Well, we see. Today we are talking about films that we feel are underappreciated.
Yes.
Few
Hear me
films
out, if you will.
That you would be like, don't necessarily go and watch that new one everyone's talking about. I mean, maybe do that as well, but also go see this.
What's the new thing that everyone's talking about at the moment? Obsession, there's still a bit of hype for.
Still in cinemas.
Is it? I need to go watch it at some point.
I don't know. Well, I guess Evil Dead. Anyway.
That's not even out yet, is it? Or is it already
Yeah.
out? Oh.
We probably will do a follow-up at some point about Evil Dead because you've watched 3, but you've still got 3 to go.
Oh,
In a
exciting.
series. But yeah, today we're talking about underdogs.
Ow, ow. Yeah.
Does any of yours have Sam Neill in?
Oh. New.
Right, turn it off. Disrespectful.
Is it? Have any of yours got Sam Neill in?
No.
No.
Just shout out some Sam Neill. I'm obviously Jurassic Park.
Haven't seen it.
See, that's the one everyone's seen.
Yeah.
Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, I've seen Master Shelby.
Hunt for the Wilder People.
Yeah, I've seen that.
He's in 2 Thor films.
Oh yeah, he's Zeus. No, he's not Zeus. That'd be.
Doesn't he play like a?
Isn't
He play a
Crowe's
caricature
Zeus?
of a different character in the theatre bits, right?
No, he's played by. What is he? No, because
I swear he's in the little theatre bits. You know when they do the fake with like Matt Damon in and things like that.
Oh yeah, because it's not.
And he plays Odin. That's right. He plays Odin.
He's an
plays
actor
fake
who plays Odin because the actual Odin is played by
Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins. Yeah.
There's Possession. I think In the Mouth of Madness you're like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it about?
It's
Hour and a half.
about a writer of these horror novels, and then all shit goes down.
Meta's not always better, you know.
Is it wetter?
Yeah. Ugh.
Anyhow, we got 2 honorable mentions each.
Moist meta.
Is that like Facebook's latest slogan?
Yeah. It's waterproof meta. You can put your Facebook in the pool.
Put your Facebook in the pool. So, yeah. 2 honorable mentions
Yeah.
and a main one, yeah?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
That sounds good.
Would you like to kick off and kick us off?
I can do. Do you know what's really quite funny?
What?
Is just before we put the camera on, you went, which one do you want to do first? And I said, oh, we'll do this one.
Do you know, I've just realised that. I've not literally 10 seconds. I don't know if you noticed, everyone at home, but I hesitated when I was speaking because I realised that we'd gone down the wrong route. But we're going to stick with it
this
now.
is fine. This is absolutely
great,
fine.
because-
But I was not prepared for when you just said...
Nor was I.
even though you had said the premise,
Yeah.
and then you went...
It wasn't until about 15 seconds ago when I realised. But you know what? Because these are the films we're shouting at, we should know them to some degree.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah. I was just not prepped.
No, nor have I.
Okay, cool.
This is the sort of professionalism you can expect on the pod. Welcome to Watch
This
List.
is the charm that we think will get people to watch, but maybe not.
Charming. Not sponsored.
That does remind me, we do need toilet paper.
Brilliant. Wow, really grounding this podcast to earth, aren't we?
It's the day that Sam Neill's died, and we've run out of toilet paper. That's placing it.
Shit out of luck.
Wow, both of us. And Sam Neill.
Can you please kick off an honourable mention, please?
Okay. So, my first honourable mention, it's one of my favourite films, but I don't think enough people know about it. And that is the original The Lady Killers. From Ealing Studios.
Not the remake.
Not the remake. Never the remake. The remake is doo-doo.
Utter doo-doo.
Utter
I mean, I
doo-doo.
don't know, but I've
Have
heard
you not
it's
seen
doo-doo, no.
We might have to hate watch it at some point, but I've seen it one time and it was awful. And it's a shame because it's Tom Hanks, who's the one who plays J. Jonah Jameson?
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons is in it, I think.
Isn't it like... It's not Catherine Zeta-Jones, is it? No?
I don't believe so. But yeah, the remake is
I'm
awful.
not talking about the one. You're talking about the OG.
About the original. I've seen it both in black and white and the coloured version that they did.
Wait, it was
originally black and white, I think.
Oh.
Yeah. And then they sort of hand painted it because that was the early days of.
None of that weird like AI colour upscale shit.
No.
Hand painted.
Believe so.
That would kill some ladies.
Yeah. I suppose it would, but yeah, great dark comedy. It's a group of bank robbers who are all a bit eccentric in their own right, who are going to do a train bank robbery sort of thing. Like there's money in transit basically, and they stop it halfway through, and then they hide it. But they are holding up in the rented rooms of an old lady, Mrs. Wilberforce, who's known locally as being a bit not all there, because she comes up with these sort of stories and things to the local police, and they're all like, yeah, okay.
It's the grandma who cried, "I'm being robbed."
Yeah, I mean she doesn't get robbed, but yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, she comes out with all sorts of things, and I think the beginning of the film, you see her at the police station, and she's like, "I'm really sorry about last time when I said there was an alien invasion. I fell asleep whilst the radio was on."
Yeah.
Which always reminds me of Orson Welles. Not that he falls asleep with the radio. Well, I don't know.
He kind of could be a grandma.
Yeah, for sure.
Could be. Awesome Wells is what we call him down in the.
Go on, link it to being a grandma, because you've already got off piste for that joke.
Care home.
Right. Sure. Yeah, so they're staying at her place. They do the robbery quite successfully, but whilst they're planning the robbery in her sort of spare bedroom, they play music and they pretend that they tell her that they're a small quintet. I want to say it's 5. They're a band. They say they're like a classical music band. And she's like very nosy, and she'll come in and do tea for them, and she's like, "Oh, you were really good," and it's because they were playing a record. It's got a great cast. It's Alec Guinness is the sort of head of the gang. He can really sort of flip on a dime. Like he's very sort of sweet to her, but then when things go wrong, he loses his rag a lot, which is great.
Do you remember him in Murder by Death, where he had to flip between about 7 different characters towards the end? Remember when they find out that it's him? He's the blind butler, but then towards the end, they kind of realise, and then he based on all their stories, they're like, "You're the lady that," and he becomes like someone different, and he goes for about 5 different characters.
Well, he loves doing that in most films. Kind Hearts and Coronets, he plays a bunch of relatives, and I love that film. I think it's great, and I think he really sort of does a lot of good performances. Yeah, I take it we don't want to mention his main character in Murder by Death or whatever. Was it Murder by Death you just said?
Yeah, the blind butler.
What am I thinking of then?
You think of Peter Sellers?
Ah, yes, I am.
Which who's also in.
Who's also in The Lady Killers.
Yeah.
Very good in the Lady Killers. I like Peter Sellers a lot in most of the things, and he's not a big character in this, really. He's sort of just like
it's early days, I guess,
friendly
for him.
sort of Cockney, yeah. Herbert Lom is that Herbert Lom? I always get Herbert Lom confused.
Pretty sure, yeah, from Pink Panther.
As Louis, he's supposed to be he's either Romanian or Hungarian. There was a play that was done of the Lady Killers a few years back, and they sort of dive into the characters a little bit more. And he's got a sort of ongoing gag about sort of English idioms, and he gets them wrong. So instead of when he's like, "Oh, that old lady's very scary, she gives me the willies," he says, "She puts the penises up me." And again, it's quite funny to change those words.
That
around.
wouldn't have happened back in
Not in the film.
50s. It's too much.
Too much.
That old lady would have had a heart attack right there and then.
So yeah, they stuff all the money in their empty cases, and they try and make off. But Mrs. Wilberforce is a force to be reckoned with, in fact. And then the real plot begins of the Lady Killers.
For people that don't really... Is there a film you would say, like a modern, quote-unquote, modern-day film, that you say, if you like that, then you'd like Lady Killers? Just to give it... Obviously, it's an Ealing comedy.
It's an Ealing comedy, it's dark. I'm trying to think of like a recent dark comedy that's also quite cosy as well. It's got
a bit of whimsy.
Yeah, it's got a bit of whimsy. It's the director that I would give, and I would allow if they needed. I would allow.
Just my humble I would allow them.
I would allow, and it's crazy to think because the remake that did come out was American.
Coen brothers.
Okay, no.
I believe.
Oh, that yeah. I like some of the Coen brothers stuff. I just think they messed up on this.
Yeah.
However, I would probably give it to Wes Anderson. So I don't have a specific film, but if you like Wes Anderson films, and you like the sort of juxtaposition of the sort of bright and the nice and the quirky with something a little bit darker, maybe sort of his Netflix Roald Dahl shorts, that kind of gives me a bit of that vibe.
Do you think it would stretch for a series, or do you think that's too much?
No, I would just put it as a film.
Yeah. To tease on what your main choice is, to what I believe, I would say your main choice is Like This.
Oh yeah.
I think if anything, that's
that,
yeah. So.
Yeah. As I say, it is one of my favourite films. I think all three of these I'm mentioning are at least within my top 10.
Yeah.
But yeah, so highly recommend that film. What's your first?
It's difficult. I've got so many.
You didn't prep then, is what you said.
No. I got so many. So we mentioned. I'm gonna. This is kind of cheating, but when we did, well, actually no, a pod that's probably not out yet.
Right.
We talk about a film on that we both think that more people should watch. So, if you want to know what that is, you'll have to go and watch the next pod.
Are you not about to say it?
No.
Oh,
I'm not using that.
This is an honourable mention.
Yeah, that's why it's cheating. I'm not gonna use that one.
Right, you do this every time. You make me look bad because you over prep, and it looks like I've not done.
I'm also gonna pick a 20th century film.
Oh, okay.
And that is Harold and Maude.
Nice.
So Harold and Maude is it has gained a cult classic status. I mean, I'm not saying that like nobody's watched it, because yeah, people have, and over the years it's one of these films that has got more recognition as it's gone on. Made in the 70s by Hal Ashby and starring Bud Cort, I think it is, and oh bollocks, I've forgotten her name. Wait, I've got the Blu-ray here. That's gonna save me.
We can cut this out, I guess.
Bud Cort and Ruth Gordon.
Gordon's alive.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much other than it's, and of course you can't mention the film without mentioning the score, which is Cat Stevens. So there's no real instrumental score. There's just songs by Cat Stevens. We've both seen it. We could probably do a whole pod talking about it. So I'll just say that it's a pitch black comedy.
Yes.
But full of heart, the most unlikely romance you've ever seen, but one that is just so beautiful and lovely and odd. But it works so well. It's very funny, but it is black. You know, there's themes of suicide and suicide is the sort of main. It is the main one. Yeah, I was going to list them, but no, that's the big dog. Yeah, really a nice. It has that real grain to it, that 70s kind of feeling, that texture to it, and it's got just a stunning climax that kind of perfectly encapsulates the whole film. So I won't say any more because we might return to this one in the future, because I know that we'll really enjoy it. But yeah, I wouldn't say. I'm trying to think now to answer my own question of what I would compare it to nowadays. What sort of?
It's incredibly tough, because I think it's when you showed it to me and you were like, "This is one of my favourite films," and I was like, "Okay, well, I'll give it a go." Not that you haven't got good taste, but you just you need to be in the right mind frame. And I think I got into the right mind frame straight away, like after the first opening sequence.
Yeah.
That I was like, wait, what's going on? And I was like, oh God, okay. And then once you get that, oh God, that's what's happening. And then that gets broken away as well from like the next character who walks in. And you're like, what is that? And it was that kind of... And I don't like to... I wouldn't use the word quirky. It's much more than that. It's a lot more sort of... I would say it's a coming-of-age film, weirdly enough.
Yeah, it's definitely...
For both main characters, in different senses.
I'd say maybe in terms of its tones, in terms of it going from real sort of dark places to funny places, just at the top of my head...
In Bruges, maybe?
I was going to say, Martin McDonagh. So any Martin McDonagh thing. Or even maybe some of Waititi's stuff. Like Taika Waititi, like Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah,
probably
100%.
is like a close connection. But yeah, probably those two, Martin McDonagh as well, in Bruges and Three Billboards and things like that. So yeah, Harold and Maude, go check it out. And don't be shy. You set your feet in wrong. But no, right, I'm gonna sing. Don't want to embarrass everyone here. I'm so fucking good. Yoko.
Well, now I've just got Cat Stevens stuck in my head, because it is such a great soundtrack. Or Yusuf, as they're now known. So my next one.
Doodly. Don't know why
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I wondered, because I was like, that doesn't make any sense for the context, but fair enough.
It's Slumdog Millionaire. That's the one you've picked. That's.
I haven't seen Slumdog Millionaire. I do quite like. It's Danny Boyle, right?
Yeah.
I remember the first Danny Boyle film I ever saw, just to go off piece for a little bit, was called.
Oh, it's a silent title.
I'm sure it was Billions. It was either Billions or Millions.
Oh, gazillions.
It wasn't gazillion. It was one of those two. I'm sure it must have been Millions. But in I want to say it was either the end of primary school or the beginning of secondary school.
So either year 6 or year 7.
Yes. And no, I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't going down that bloody route. But we had to. It was on the reading list. Was this book?
Hungry Caterpillar.
And then the film came out as well around about the same time as the book. And then in the foreword of the book, it was really strange because it was written by the author. And
the book.
No, the
foreword.
The foreword was written
by the author. And it
the
said,
author.
"Hello, Al Griffiths. What you doing?"
No, it said that I was writing this book when they were making the film, which was a really rare.
Weird, isn't it?
Weird thing, because they were like, when I was like struggling to write certain bits, I'd go to the set and just play around with the stacks of money until I thought, what could I spend this on?
Wow.
Because the whole idea is it's a kid in Ireland, just before they went from pound sterling to euros, and this kid's quite religious, and he keeps on having visions where he's having chats with different saints. And he's made himself like this little den by the train tracks, or just off of the train tracks. And there's a robbery that happens on the train. It's weird that we're talking about a lot of different. Well, I am talking about train robberies quite a lot.
Yeah.
This episode.
Keep it on track, innit?
Hey. But there's a train robbery, and they like stuff these duffel bags full of the pound sterling and throw it off, and it lands in his like little den. And then he's got this moral thing where like, do I spend it? Do I give it away? Like, what do I do with it? And that's the whole plot.
Don't give it to charity.
Well, he's all religious, so he's thinking about it.
Oh.
But in the film, his dad is played by James Nesbitt.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a good film, good book. Why did I come on to this one? I can't quite remember.
I said Slumdog Millionaire.
Slumdog Millionaire.
We haven't even got to your
Danny Boyle. Yeah, so I like that, and I like how utterly different that is from like 28 Days Later, and Bone Temple and things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you did the stupid intro to the not Slumdog Millionaire.
Yeah. So anyway.
Whoop
whoop whoop whoop whoop. Back on track. Where are we
Talking
at?
about trains again.
Yeah, choo choo fuckers.
Choo choo motherfuckers. It's another oldie but a goldie. It's called A Matter of Life and Death.
Loaf and Death.
No, that's something else. That is Wallace and Gromit. No, Matter of Life and Death. It's I think it's beautifully made. Like, there's some brilliant set pieces. There's some great character work. It's about I want to say they're in the First World War, but he's in a fighter.
Well, it has to be, isn't it? It's made in the 40s, isn't it?
Was it? Was it made around the same time?
I'm pretty sure. Like,
okay.
I don't think it could be the. Let me do some old research.
Because now we're talking about films that are made during the war, about the war. It also brings to mind another one of my favourite films, which is
46.
46.
Pressburger and Powell.
Yes. Do you mind also looking up Brief Encounters? Because that was made, I think, at a very similar time.
1945, David Lean.
Yeah. Okay, well, this is a twofer then.
Okay. I'll allow it, I guess.
Okay.
Just like you allowed Wes Anderson to
exactly.
remake something.
So, Matter of Life and Death, he's a fighter pilot who's getting shot down, and he's talking to radio control, and it's this... by the way, he's David Niven.
He is David Niven.
The actor is David Niven.
David Niven as David Niven.
But yeah, well, every character he plays is just David Niven.
That's true.
In the best possible way, like he's a movie star. And he's talking to this American woman over the radio as he's going down.
My favourite scene in the whole film.
Yeah. Yes, and I think it's such a great like start for that film.
Yeah.
And I can picture the whole film on stage, but especially that opening, seeing him kind of going down and maybe her being just off stage with like a light on in this office set.
Yeah. Simple, and but it works.
Yeah. So he goes down and crashes and dies, and she's very weepy. And they've never met before. And then the next day, I think she's cycling along like to work, and he's just walking along the beach, and they sort of meet, and they figure out that he should have died. He was supposed to have died. And not in a, oh, you're lucky you got out of there. Like he's actually supposed to, like, you see the afterlife and you see it being very sort of clerically sort of like run. And one of his friends is also, who is, what's the actor's name?
Who now? Who are you on about?
Richard Attenborough.
Yeah. God,
has a lovely little sort of cameo, essentially.
Another connection to something else. All yours are connected, I swear to God.
Yeah, I suppose they are. So yeah, Richard Attenborough's in there, and he is in the afterlife. And yes, you see all of these like different people of walks life, and he's like, no, I'm not. I'm staying.
Black and white, right?
All
the afterlife bits are in black and white, and then the rest of it is in colour.
Of course, yeah. All the real world stuff is in colour. All the afterlife is in black and white, which you would think they would have done the other way around.
Yeah, but it's because the afterlife is so clinical and cold, and it has no it is literally black and white. It's either you died or you didn't. Whereas colour, it's life and love and all that sort of shit.
Yeah. So he wants to stay with this woman because he's been given a second chance at life, and he's fallen in love with her. And she's again very eager to, and she doesn't quite believe him as well when he's like, "Oh, I should be dead. I was dead."
Because when they like talk to him, like time freezes, doesn't it? Like it just.
Yeah. So he's got.
And this like businessman talks to him.
Yeah, the afterlife sends him this Frenchman that.
Yeah.
He obviously just straight away doesn't like him because he's an Englishman and this guy's French.
No. Yeah.
And he's dressed like a dandy.
Nine.
And he's basically like, "Oh, you know, I need to take you back." And he goes, "I don't want to fucking get." And it's like, if surely you've got some supernatural power just to bring him back. But he's like, "Oh no, I want to build a case and."
Yeah, because it turns into like a courtroom.
It's like a courtroom drama, which is really odd because the courtroom is just this vast expanse of like.
Yeah, I just remember the staircase as well. Just incredible sets.
Staircase is a brilliant set piece. And yeah, there's that great scene where it's like a day before his trial, and he's still trying to figure out who he wants to counsel him, and the French dandy who becomes his sort of mate. They're going past all these statues of like history's great men, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I could go for him, but his politics might push off like the wrong vibe and that sort of thing." And in the end, he just chooses he chooses the Doctor from the real world, which is, again, they're like, choose somebody from our like the afterlife, and he's like, "Nah, I'm getting this guy." But the twist as to why he can represent him in the end is a lot of fun, and I love that scene as well with the motorbike. That's probably given far too much away.
Not really. A motorbike.
And the afterlife. I mean, that's enough. Put two and two together. But yeah, it's got a lovely sort of charming romance to it. They do a lot with effects. They're not too like, obviously it's quite a fantastical story, but they don't go over the top with it.
And there's some really kind of interesting sort of political and cultural like things towards the end, particularly with its sort of the prejudice with different people in different countries and different and obviously this is during a very turbulent time.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so it's
it's
interesting how, and he picks obviously the Doctor and things. There's a lot of like anti-war sentiment that slowly kind of creeps in.
But there's also sort of the He's the defence. What's the other term? What's the other team? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a fence, but it's not called that.
But anyway, the prosecution is an American like Civil War general.
Yeah.
Who just doesn't like him because he's English.
Yep.
Again, there's a lot of like it's very funny in the way they play nationalities against each other this context.
It is quite anti-American though. I do remember being like, is this irony or is this just them just being honest and not giving a fuck?
Yeah, because they were like, he's just because the girl's American, so this guy's like, I've got her interests at heart, and it's like, have you? You just don't like him because of the War of Independence, and it's like, like they've got so many key points of history that they're bringing up as their argument for why this guy shouldn't be allowed a second chance at life.
Yeah.
And the evidence that they bring forward at the very end, that's like, this is why I need another chance. It's so beautifully done, and again, they use those freeze frame moments really, really well in that last bit of the film. So I highly recommend it. It's really heartwarming. As I say, I would love to see it on stage. I say that about a lot of films, but I definitely think this would work.
Any modern film you could see? It's obviously, I think it's of its time. It's a very classical melodrama. Yeah. It's like if you've seen any films from the 40s or 50s.
Well, I suppose I can't really say it because I haven't seen this film, but there was a film, I want to say last year or the year before, with Elizabeth Olsen.
Okay.
And who's that young chap who was the priest in Goodnight Dead Man or whatever it's called? It's not that.
Josh O'Connor.
Josh.
Wait, is it Josh O'Connor? Because there's two different names we always get mixed up on. You know who we mean?
Yeah, the curly heads.
The guy in Disclosure Day, Josh Connor.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's him. Is it even him? God knows. Do you know the film I'm talking about?
Not really.
Where one of
them
them dies and goes to heaven, and she's supposed to be with her husband for all eternity, but then she's also with her first husband, and they're like fighting it out. And it's that kind of clinical, like giving the afterlife like a vibe is what I'm trying to get at. It's going to be that it wasn't even him now, and I'm going to look pretty daft.
I don't really know what it's called. It's obviously a lot of films that she's done.
Recently? In the last year or so?
Is it called Eternity?
Yes, that rings a bell.
Miles Teller and Callum Turner. I can see why you got Callum Turner there.
Is Callum Turner the one that you think
similar,
is Josh O'Connor? Okay. He looks like a tennis player. He looks like a sort of Andy Murray type, but less miserable.
Yeah.
And yes,
I was gonna be like, was he in Challengers? Because I was like, he would be a tennis player, but he's not. But he looks like
the other one is.
The other one.
Josh O'Connor is.
Fucking hell! All these like generic looking, handsome white men. What the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Like they all look so similar.
And like they should be playing tennis.
And they all should be playing tennis.
Yeah, so that's very
cool.
good. The other one I mentioned was Brief Encounters, which I might talk about on a different episode because I really like that film as well.
Keep it brief, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I'll say it on another one. You haven't seen it yet, have you?
No.
Then we'll watch it and we'll talk about it in another
So
pod.
my next honorable mention is Upgrade. So this is from 2019, so modern. We've gone modern, guys. It's by Lee Wan-oh, who has directed a few films. He did The Invisible Man
that was
reboot.
very good.
He did Insidious 3, which I think is actually not too bad. He's also in all the Insidious. Have you seen Insidious? He plays I think he's literally called, this isn't an offence, I think he's called Speck, because he has glasses.
Right. Okay.
And I'm almost sure that's his name, because it's not Spock.
Dib, dib, dib.
and this is a kind of dystopian, almost cyberpunky, but light cyberpunk horror. And it's about, if you've seen Venom, this is a better Venom, far better.
If you want to see a better Venom, that's Venom 3.
What was it? Let's Dance the Joy Division? I don't know what it's called, but
what?
Is that what Venom 3 is called?
Let's Dance to Joy Division.
Yeah.
I don't think so. The Last Dance.
Wombat Show. The Last Dance. The Last Waltz, they should have called it. Anyway, so Upgrade is about a guy who...
He's Tom Hardy.
I'm trying to think of the main guy's name, actually.
You can Google it. Or Letterboxd.
Shit, what's his name? Logan Marshall Green, that's the actor's name. So he plays, I don't know, let's call him Ted.
Let's not bother with the research here.
He's probably got a generic name like, Chris or Greg or something. But this isn't spoilers as such because it's the inciting incident, so it's what kicks it off. But his wife is killed, and then he's in a car crash, and he wakes up, and they basically have implanted an AI into his body, which basically allows him to control his legs and shit again. Like, because he's paralyzed in the car crash.
So a brain. He's given a brain.
Well, he's given like some sort of special chip, and the thing talks to him as like, are you what?
Chips with mayonnaise. That's quite special because usually it's like ketchup.
Yeah, don't diss the chips and mayonnaise combo though.
No, I like the sort of in Holland, in like Amsterdam and things. It's like a specific
they do. Yeah,
it's really nice.
Yeah, big on fries. And so he gets this chip added, and then basically he tries to hunt down his wife's killers.
Okay.
But because this thing is controlling his body, he basically just becomes this like killing machine almost, like because this thing can take over.
And it's Upgrade.
It's got Upgrade.
Okay.
Really good, really low budget. I got when it came out, the only Blu-ray I could get was an Australian Blu-ray.
Oh, so it's upside down.
Yeah, it's got a big
crikey
wombat on the front or whatever. Is that what animal comes from Australia?
Talking about the wombats.
Yeah, I know. That's 2 wombat shout-outs.
Wow, 2 wombat shout-outs.
They were going to do a series, I think, but it never got off the ground. No, the Upgrade. Or there was I think there's a comic they released or something, but I think he wanted to do more, but it just didn't make much money. Right. But I think the camera work is incredible. There's one scene in which the gore is like, it takes you you're like, holy shit. It's, I think, 90 minutes. It flies by, and it's just really, really like, if you've seen Invisible Man, some of the camera work on that's where Upgrade was the OG of that. I hope Lee Winnell bounces back, because the last film he made was shite, and it was Wolfman, and that was terrible.
I haven't seen it, but it didn't look like it was like the Wolfman makeup didn't look like a. I know a Wolfman and a werewolf are different things, but it didn't look right. But
yeah, go check out Upgrade. I mean, I'm not going to give it a modern equivalent because it's 2019. So just, I mean, like I said, if you've seen Venom and you like that dynamic of a character that's a bit like useless at fighting and then just says,
it's a Jekyll and Hyde.
And then Venom says, or whatever, and he says,
I'm going to fuck these people up.
And then that's basically Upgrade. So there you go.
Cool.
So now for your number 1.
My number 1.
Number uno. Which you have seeded and you've breadcrumbed in a way.
Sort of. Not really. Yeah, I mean, I guess you said my first choice was like that. Mm-hmm. Which it was.
Yeah. Some people might say that you have a very narrow sort of...
well, I've got a taste. I've got things that I like.
You know what you like.
I know what I like, and I like what I know.
Do you?
Not really.
There's probably some things you wish you didn't know.
Yeah. It's called fucking around and finding out. And I've not fucked around enough
to
justify the finding out that I've done.
You should write a book.
Called Fuck Around and Find Out.
Yeah. Although that sounds like a threat. You've just slightly changed it. It's become a threat.
That's the point.
Right. Well, fucking around, like, it seems quite playful. Like, you're just seeing what happens.
You fuck around.
But now you're like, you
find out.
Anyway.
Fucking around, yeah. You find out.
Oh,
yeah.
Right, get on to your fucking...
Right, so the clues thus far have been.
If you're at home, get your notepad out. See if you can guess what it is.
See if you can get it before the timer runs out. So yeah, tonally it's a bit like the Lady Killers. There is somebody who did a cameo in. Now, if you can remember back 10 minutes to what I said about Matter of Life and Death, there's a very famous British actor who does a cameo in it.
Obviously played by someone else though, because that person's no longer alive.
Well, yeah, hang on a second. I was going to explain that. I was going to go. That actor in that film is represented as a character in this film that I'm about to say.
Sorry.
I remember when I first heard about this film in production. I think I read it in. I think I read an article online, and I might have
Cried.
Yeah.
Wet yourself. Shit yourself.
Tears ran down my thighs at the exciting prospect of this film. It's a murder mystery set in the 50s or 60s, I think. London, West End.
Your favourite place.
Yes. Well, I grew up going to the theatre.
In the 50s, we know.
In the 50s.
We know.
It's around the same time as the John Christie murders, the 10 Rillington Place. That's the sort of benchmark for when it's set.
Which also, film-wise,
yes,
has the actor you're on about.
Yes. So the 10 Rillington
these
Place
links.
dramatisation story film is. That's why I like the reference in it, that they've referenced him,
right.
the murders, because the film of the murders has.
Have you seen the film?
Yeah, I love the film. I think it's great.
Dude, spoilers for
John
10
Hurt
Rillington
is
Place.
amazing in it.
When John Hurt is hanged, I was like, holy shit, that is dark. Like that, I was like shocked.
Oh yeah, it's really well done.
It's grim.
Harrowing. But it's the main actor in that plays Christie and is then represented as a character in this film is Richard Attenborough. I was going to say Burton, but it's not Richard Burton. It's Richard Attenborough.
Yeah.
Also, going off the 10 Rillington Place thing, there was a BBC adaptation a few years back, and it had Tim Roth,
yeah.
and Jodie Comer was the girlfriend or the wife of John Hurt's
my parents said
character.
it was good. I think they watched it.
I thought it was quite good when I watched it. And again, Tim Roth, brilliant actor.
Yeah.
So give him that shot. But the film that I've chosen is again, it's one of my favourites, and I don't think enough people have seen it. And some people who have seen it didn't like it, and they're wrong, and that's fine.
I'm not that one.
No, I'm calling out very specific people, and they know who they are if they're watching this, and they'll be clutching their pearls. Well, yeah, it's one of you four fuckers. But it's and then there were none. It is set at the 100th. Well, it starts at the 100th performance.
What?
Of the Mousetrap play.
Hang on. You just said, and then there were none.
And then there were none.
Is that the film?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Call himself a true fan. Got the title wrong. What an absolute pleb.
Well, let's cut that.
Let's cut that out, shall we? Shall we bollocks?
Shall we bollocks?
Go on, say the title for real now. Go on.
It's because it rhymes. Fuck off. So the film I've chosen. Don't laugh at that. Fucking hell, you're gonna ruin it. You're gonna ruin the magic. So the film that I've chosen is one of my favourites, and it is See How They Run.
Yeah, it's a funny film. That's why would that happen.
See How They Run.
See How They Run.
It's set. It starts at the. See, I fucked that one up as well, and I had a chance to do it set properly.
It starts with the mouse hunt play.
The 100th performance of the Mousetrap.
Good game. It's actually not. It's a shit game.
It's also not a great play.
It's not even a game. It's not even a play. Good play. Okay.
What? Mouse.
Yeah, the game. It's not really a game, is it?
No, it is. There is.
It's just physics.
You don't just knock it. Or no, that you only do that when you get to a certain point.
Oh, I've never really played.
No, I tried to play. I used to have it. It was crap because it never usually worked because it was all plastic and anywho. So it kicks off and the director of the play is killed off. And then the principal cast and crew are suspects in this case. So the director is played by Adrian Brody. And he's great because he's sort of a cocky American who comes in to direct this play, but is also interested in doing the film adaptation.
That's right, yeah.
And that is a major plot point. And you meet the writer who clashes with him a lot because he's come from sort of American sort of noir and action films, so he wants to kind of put a bit of pizzazz into it, whereas the writer's like, no, it's a thriller, it's a murder mystery, like this is how murder mysteries go, this is how we should do it. So they're clashing. The actor who plays the main role in the play of Detective Trotter is Richard Attenborough, who's played phenomenally by. I thought you had.
Yeah, I do. You just Harris
Dickinson. Harris Dickinson. Yeah, I was going to say Dickon something. Harris Dickinson, who I think does an amazing impression of Richard Attenborough. Him and his Richard Attenborough's fiance or wife at the time, they're both in the play together, and again they want to get in on the film. Agatha Christie is played by, is it Shirley Henderson?
Yeah.
I think she's a lot of fun. There's a great sort of cast. The producer of the film studio that's going to pick up the Mousetrap is John Wolfe, I believe the character's name is. He's played by Reece Shearsmith. He's just the perfect sort of show business sleaze, and he has a lot of fun with that. And the whole idea is like it's the murder mystery, sort of like the police procedural of it, and you keep on getting flashbacks to, well, why does this person hate this person, and why could this person have been the murderer? And you see sort of vignettes of their sort of interactions and their life together as they're piecing it together. Piecing it together is again, I forget the actual character's name.
Inspector Stoppard.
Yeah. Inspector Stoppard, played by the amazing
one of our favourites
actor, the very famous, very amazing, great actor who I'm
struggling his name
on. Yeah, I'm drawing blanks on.
So this man, yeah, one of my favourites. I think one of my favourite performances is Sam Rockwell. One of my favourite performances ever is him in 3 Billboards. But I think quite impressive here is that he, obviously an American, does one of the best British accents you've ever heard in your life.
He's better than most British actors.
I don't know how he did it.
Wild. Him and Saoirse Ronan has been put on the case.
Yep.
She wants to be taken a bit more seriously. Their superior is Tim Key, who's also having like a lot of fun.
A lot of faces, a lot of familiar faces in this.
I think they all get enough time.
Obviously, Charlie Cooper,
well, yeah, from, of course, he's one of the ushers at the theatre, and he had something to do with the writing of it, maybe.
Did he?
I think so. Maybe
not to my note either.
Okay, maybe not.
Ruth Wilson.
Yes, Ruth Wilson's great.
David, is it Oyelowo? I can't pronounce it. I'm terrible.
Yes, he's the writer. Is he?
Yeah, Mervyn Cocker-Norris.
Mervyn Cocker-Norris, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of character fun. There's a lot of sort of like reoccurring gags. Sam Rockwell's character doesn't want to be working on the case with Saoirse Ronan's character. She's like sort of holding him back a bit.
He's a typical kind of washed up detective, and he don't really care what's, as long as the job gets done, Really.
And him being sort of washed up and not being with his wife anymore and that sort of thing, like that all plays into it. Like there are so many tiny little details that then kind of become so important, but then also don't become important because that's not actually you get a lot of red herrings, and you go to sort of an all is lost moment, and then it flips it, and it's like, okay, we're going down there. I laugh every time. I love the charm of it. Like I say, it's a murder mystery set in the West End. It's actors and producers and directors and writers just like as characters, which I always love to see. Agatha Christie in a non-Agatha Christie story, like it is a sort of. I like Agatha Christie as a character. Like one of my favourite Doctor Who episodes is The Unicorn and the Wasp. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
It's just a lot of fun to go, here's the author of murder mysteries in their own murder mystery.
And it doesn't spoil Mousetrap, right?
It doesn't. It sort of is the closest to an adaptation, because another key point is that the Mousetrap film, in the contract that they draw up, they can't start production on the film until it's had like a certain period after the play. Quite funny, quite ironic is that the play is still going from that original. In the theatre next door. In the film, I want to say it's the Ambassador Theatre. They use the theatre that it's still currently on in. However, I've been to the theatre next door when they were doing. I think I've been there twice actually. I've been there for the second time I saw Ghost Stories when it came back, and then I also saw, weirdly enough, another ghost play, which was The Enfield Haunting, which was not good. I love the story of The Enfield Haunting, and if you actually want to see that story in a slightly more Americanized Hollywood version, but still a lot of fun, The Conjuring 2 is
all the series.
great. All the series, yeah.
The mini-series is really good as well.
And the documentaries are quite insightful. But in that theatre, there is in a lot of theatres, there's always like posters and snippets from previous plays that have been on there and historical like things. And originally, the Mousetrap was in that theatre, and then got moved next door. But everyone knows that as because it's the one with the big billboard. And I think because it was during COVID, I want to say that they were filming, like they were able to use that theatre, and they were able to use like the Savoy and like big locations.
So, they probably got a bit more. Yeah,
they got a lot more leeway, I think, which was really good for them. But yeah, the charm is brilliant. Again, the subject matter, the characters. I can't recommend it enough, especially if you're a theatre lover. But yeah, because the Mousetrap is still going, that's why it's funny that there's never actually been a film of the Mousetrap. This is the closest you'll get, again, without spoiling it.
I'd say, I mean, not to sound like very generic, but for the average audience, if you like Wes Anderson, it's similar. If you like Knives Out, Rian Johnson sort of stuff,
it's
then
it's like a
that.
Knives Out meets Wes Anderson vibe, I guess.
Yeah, and it looks nice, and it's for an indie film. It's it's impressive. So, my last one.
Go on.
I have so many, and for many people out there, might be shocked that I haven't put Harold and Maude as number one.
I was, and I'm in here.
But and yes, I think Harold and Maude is better than this film I'm about to say. But
so what's your
my thinking in? I just made up a new word. is that Harold and Maude,
idiot.
I think, has the fame of like what it is, like the cult classicness of it.
Okay.
Like I'm never expecting it to be a big blockbuster. Like it is what it is, and I think the love of it there, and that goes for many other films I can think of. But this film, I think, in a weird way, this is going to sound so stupid, but in a way, I'm actually going like team big studio, like a big studio, like a massive Hollywood studio, and I'm saying like there's loads of good, there's loads of shit across this studio. Like they put out so much, but this one of its type, I think, deserves more love, and it's one of the most nostalgic films I've ever watched. It's a film that like I feel nostalgia for. I think it's one of the softest, coziest, most heartfelt film, and it's in this studio system. So it is.
Can I have a clue?
It's a live action adaptation of a animated film.
Oh.
And it's made by Disney. So already you're like, oh shit. Like recently, was it Moana came out? We've seen so many of these live action films. I've seen a good couple. Usually they're not good. Like they're usually pretty crap. There are a handful that are good. Like Cruella surprised me. That was nice, even though that wasn't a direct.
So is it in the same
adaptation.
vein? Is it around the same time as?
It's 2018, so it's a few years old now. And I think when I first watched it, I was like, oh, this is really, really quite impressive. And then I watched it, I think, a year or two ago after watching all these other like Little Mermaid and I don't know. There was Dumbo and there's Peter Pan. There's so many different live action ones, and they're still coming out now. Obviously, Snow White.
Is that it? Is it Snow White?
No.
Yeah.
But this fills me. I think it's really heartfelt film.
Oh, I do know what you're talking about. Why is it taking me this long?
And it is Christopher Robin.
Yeah.
From 2018, directed by Mark Forster, and it is about Christopher Robin, who is now an adult, played by Ewan McGregor, and he lives with his wife and daughters. His wife played by Hayley Atwell.
Yeah, of course.
And basically, this is obviously set many years after 100 Acre Wood, and he's basically his life as a sort of he's just like a businessman. Like he's just such a. The idea is that all his imagination, creativity has been completely sucked dry in his older years, and he's just become this sort of workhorse that just goes to meetings. I'm trying to think of it because I think it's Mark Gatiss that plays his boss. Or
yeah,
something
he's his boss, he's the sort of grumpy establishment.
And then it kind of they go back, I think, to the home, 200 Acre Wood, and then Pooh follows him.
Yeah.
Pooh Bear,
Smelly.
Pooh, Winnie the Pooh,
Winnie the Pooh
kind of
Bear.
follows him into it and kind of basically tries to get him to not only embrace his sort of the childlike wonder that he used to have, but also for the benefit of his family as well, because he's not spending time with them. He's going on constantly going on business trips and things. He's not spending time with them, so it's a pretty simple story. But there are a few things I think that work so nice. I think, it's really earnest. It's really sweet. Its writing is really nice and simple but clear, but also quite emotionally intelligent, but not too sentimental. I mean, I cry a lot later, at the film. I think one of its standout things is the visuals. I think for so many live action versions, it's always hard to get the visual style right when they pull them into live action, and a lot of these, particularly now, it just looks like everything's shot on a studio blue screen. Everything looks like it's clearly not meant to be there. But if you've seen any images of this film and the Winnie the Pooh and his sort of friends, they look so unbelievably realistic, but also so cartoony in a way. They have this like teddy bear feeling to them, like they're an old toy.
They look like they've been just plucked straight off of a shelf.
Yep.
In like an old-fashioned nursery.
So they have this like aged toy-like feel to them, but they look so real, but not in a way that's jarring or odd. And then, of course, the voices. The voice cast is just obviously Jim Cummings. Just it's so funny, but so like it breaks your heart with everything he says and the softness of his voice.
Is that the original Winnie the Pooh?
Yep, the original.
Yeah, because I've seen him in like interviews and things and podcasts.
And then you've got some sort of Brits. Nick Mohammed, which does quite a good job at Piglet, even though it's a really hard voice to sort of change.
That's Nick Mohammed, damn. Okay.
Jim Cummins also plays Tigger, again, original voice. Some voices you just can't change.
Sure.
But then you've got Toby Jones as the owl.
Yes.
You've got Peter Capaldi as Rabbit, and Sophie Okonedo as Kanga. There's also some cameos by some great Brits. I think there's one part which you literally, there's a scene where you get bloody Matt Berry, Mackenzie Crook, I think, is it Ben Miller, someone else in there, Simon Farnaby. Like there's this one scene where it's almost like for a laugh they just put all these kind of British comedians into one bit. But yeah, so lovely, a very traditional, I think a great family film.
Yeah.
That doesn't speak down to you, really respects the adult and the child. Yeah, it's got a message, and Ewan McGregor does a great job of selling everything, because he is acting a lot against whatever it would be, tennis balls or whatever. But it's just a film that in this whole studio system. And it didn't help that there was another Christopher Robin at the same time as well.
I've seen Goodbye Christopher Robin,
which is I assume quite different.
So it's
a true
about
story. Sort of
it's a true story about A.A. Milne, who wrote the books, and his son, who is called Christopher Robin.
Yeah, right.
And how it's very similar to the tone of. Have you ever seen Finding Neverland?
No.
That's a brilliant film that I grew up watching a lot. It's Johnny Depp, American, playing Scots.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He doesn't do a great job with the accent, but he's playing J.M. Barrie, who wrote the Peter Pan story, and he becomes friends with this woman and her sons, and one of the sons is called Peter, played by the one from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I want to say.
Which one? The boy?
The
Freddie Highmore? Yeah.
Who then they both went on to be in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory together.
Wait, is the film you're on about the meme of them sat on the bench?
Yes. Yeah.
Right, okay, that's a terrible way.
Because that's how they meet each other, is that they're playing, like the boys are playing in this park, which is I can't remember the name. Like, if my mum's watching this, she'll be screaming at me the name of it, because we used to go to this park all the time. Because of his connection with this park, there's a statue of Peter Pan there playing the flute or the panpipes, and there's also like a massive children's play area with a big pirate ship that you can climb, and there's teepees, and like they basically made Neverland in this like kids park, and it's great. But in that film, he meets these kids, and one of them is called Peter, so he names Peter Pan after him. And then all of because it was a book and then it was a play, and when they go to see this play, I want to say the mum's Kate Winslet, but I might have that wrong, and she's too ill to go to the play, so they, in the very end of the film, as she's dying essentially, they put on the play for her in the house. And she sort of like steps into the play, but then also like you can see her walking around Neverland like as an actual place, and it's all in her mind, and it's really beautifully done. But when they go to the play, and somebody in the crowd like hears that this kid's called Peter, he's like, "Oh, you're Peter Pan." And he's like, "I'm nothing like Peter Pan." I don't know why he's done. It's like an existential sort of crisis for this kid, that he's been sort of held up legacy this legacy, and it's the same for Goodbye Christopher Robin. The son doesn't want to be called and the name has been given to Christopher Robin in the Winnie the Pooh books, and he then goes off to war when he's old enough, and he's like, I got teased there as well because they think I'm fucking Christopher Robin. It's bullshit, and I hate it so much.
Poor guy.
Yeah, and it's a very similar story. I know you haven't seen it, and you're like, it can't be as good as. It's not as good as this Christopher Robin film, but it is very different stories.
Yeah. I just thought it really surprised me, and I think it's a family film that gets overlooked because it gets kind of put into the camp of all these other live action versions, and
Well, yeah, it's weird that you say like it's a live action adaptation, because I wouldn't quite call it an adaptation.
No, it's not a straight
It's like
adaptation,
a continuation.
Yeah, but I think
sort of
the idea of taking a cartoon or an animated film and making it into live action, and with something that's, and this is going to sound, this might sound offensive to it, but Winnie the Pooh is quite an old style. It's, if you watch, I think I've seen the original Disney animated film. It's got an unbelievable gentleness to it that you would almost be tricked into believing that it's designed for like a real young audience.
Yeah.
And it is, but for credit of his writing, it's really quite sharp. I mean, I assume you've seen the rope scene. I think it went online.
Yeah, it's
really funny. It's funny.
It's really funny.
It's really funny,
I cannot not. Yeah.
I cannot not. And it's just sharply written. And this film, has that, but it has the tenderness and that sort of warm feeling to it. I think it could whatever mood you're in or whatever, stick it on, and I think you'll smile. So, Christopher Robin.
Yeah, I would also recommend it. I think it's great. I think it's lovely.
So there we go. We probably no doubt have even more.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Loads more we could maybe revisit at some point.
We'll find other categories to put those under, and you'll get another episode like this, but not quite.
We could do like really specific ones, like you mentioned earlier, mum dying. It could be mum dying, films.
Oh yeah, films not to watch just after your mum dies.
I've got a good one, but I don't want to spoil it because if I say it, it'd be like, oh, the mum dies in that. You know what I mean? Like,
so you're saying that if we're gonna do, for instance, mum dies films, and then that's the big plot twist at the end, we can't really be saying it in the. I guess we're gonna have to go back to the drawing board on this.
I was gonna say if they see it first, but then the only way of them knowing if they've seen it first is for us to say that that's what it is. Or maybe we do 5 films and one of them is it, and then you go see all 5.
Or maybe we don't say up front of the episode what the connection is. That can be quite fun.
Yeah. What was the connection on this one?
Well, for me, it was
Richard Attenborough.
Was it? Wait, no, he wasn't on the first one. Oh, fucking.
Oh well, you've reached the end of the pod.
Nostalgia, I guess, and we've charm.
Reached the end of our minds for a pod that we just made up.
This wasn't even going to be the one that we were going to be recording.
Get ready for the next one, which we know what it should be.
We do now know what it is because it wasn't this.
But I hope you've had fun anyway.
Yes, we have. So, I have.
Thank you for listening to Watch List. And until next time.
See you next week. Bye bye. Oh, bother.